All right, FightHype.com. Sean Zattel here with the best fighter pound for pound in boxing, Terence Bud Crawford. Terence, man, we had a lot of big fights announced. Your boy Jamel Herring, Shakur Stevenson, but we didn't get Terence Crawford's fight announced. Can you give us any update?
We're working on all the details now. Hopefully, we get everything squared away. We're looking at December 14th. That's the projected date for me and Kavaliauskas. So that's where we at.
I like, just to call him Mean Machine. Good job pronouncing his name. But what do you think of a matchup with him?
Oh, he's a good fighter. A lot of people take credit away from him because of who he's going up against. But
right,
he's a good fighter with a heavy amateur background, and I can't take him lightly.
We got Tyson Fury fighting this weekend. You were at the last fight too. Do you feel like you're at a similar point where he's at, where you keeping the blade sharp and you're fighting not tune-ups, but to stay sharp?
Well, I'm fighting my number one contender. So I wouldn't consider this a tune-up fight. He's did everything he had to do to get to this point now and earn his spot as the champion. That's me. So I wouldn't call it a tune-up fight. I just call it, me defending my title.
Is it when you think about a fight like that? Is that where you get caught losing a fight that people didn't expect you to lose? If you think of it as a tune-up,
right. I never think of any fight as a tune-up fight or a stand-busy fight. I always look at a fight like that as this a big opportunity for the fighter that I'm fighting, and I can't take him lightly, and I got to be 110% ready at all given time.
How do you stay 110% ready when you still I know we all know you want the unification fight, so
just don't take nothing for granted. Never take an opponent lightly, and go in there and training camp and do everything that I have to do to make sure that I'm mentally, physically, and prepared for the fight.
One guy, the boxing world, we lost an amazing guy and fighter in Pernell Whitaker last month, or about 2 months ago now. Do you feel any similarities from Pernell in or out of the ring?
Boxing-wise, a little bit, but not too much, because even though I fight southpaw and we box, we kind of have different styles, but at the same time, we got some similarities, but not a whole lot.
One reason I asked though is Pernell, just like you, was pound for pound the best, was a southpaw and all that, but even though he's the best fighter in the world, he didn't seem to worry, and he was from Middle America, just like Virginia, you're from Nebraska, but he didn't seem to worry about the bright lights and having his name and headlines and all that. He just wanted to be the best. Is that kind of how you are, or?
That's my job, is to go out there and be the best fighter that I can be. It's not my job to be all in the media telling people that I'm the best. It's me showing them that I'm the best, fighting the best fights available, and trying to get the best fights that everybody wants to see and winning them in tremendous fashion.
Because you're definitely making bank as pound for pound number one and all that, but is it a thing where if I have to act a certain way to get to 100 million, I'd rather just be myself and make it? Yeah.
Your character is going to take you a long way, and if I don't agree with something, then I'm not going to do it. That's just how I am.
You're in your early 30s now, at the absolute peak. How much longer is that peak going to be?
I don't know. We shall see.
Would you be upset or anything like that if these other guys try to age you out, as they say?
No. It's boxing. However they want to handle it. It happens. History repeats itself all the time. So when I do get to a certain point where I feel like I can't perform to the best of my abilities, then I let it go. A lot of fighters, they hold on to it because they have to. They didn't make smart business moves with their career and their earnings, and they have to have those type of fights because boxing is all they know, and boxing has given them a sense of comfortability that they used to, and they need the money to provide for them and their family. So they take them type of fights that they know, you know, they might not win because of, you know, they might be 3 steps behind they prime, and you know they fighting a young, hungry lion.
Because that happened to so many great fighters, and I think for real fans of sport, one of the things they hate the most is to see a Roy Jones or Bernard or anyone lose a fight they shouldn't have lost in their prime. So you're saying you don't feel you'll let that happen?
Nah, I'm totally different.
So if they play it that way, forget it. The fight just won't happen, I guess.
It won't happen.
That's terrible, man, because we all want to see the best fight the best in their prime. But,
of course, everybody wants that, but you know, business sometimes and politics stand in the way of the fans getting those type of fights.
And what do you think the big fight at the end of this month of your division, Spence and Porter? Who do you look to win that fight?
Oh man, it's gonna be a good fight. Like I always tell everybody, you know, we can't count Porter out. You know, Porter's a hungry, determined fighter, and I didn't see him prove the doubters wrong many times before. And Spence, a good, strong fighter with great skill, great talent, and they got history of sparring each other, so they're gonna know what each other was, you know, want to bring to the table come fight night. But at the same time, this ain't amateurs anymore; this is professional. And may the best man win.
People they kind of underrate Sean's skills a little bit.
Of course. You know, but you know you can't take nothing away from him. He was a 2-time world champion. He's did everything he had to do. A lot of people say he's a dirty fighter, but things happen in the ring, and at the end of the day, it's a fight. And nobody say, you know, we was about to be playing pancake. You know, it's a fight at the end of the day, and so we gonna headbutt. You know, sometimes you might elbow somebody. But at the end of the day, it's a fight.
Is that sometimes what's going to give a great fighter, a great boxer problems more than someone trying to box and be technical with him? Is a guy just trying to rough you up and be physical? Is that?
Well, it depends on the fighter. You know, some fighters get bothered by things like that. Some fighters don't. You know, so again, it depends on the fighter and who he's fighting against.
It may seem obvious, but do you want to fight the winner?
Man, I want to fight Spence. That's what I want to fight. I don't have no ambition or no desire to fight Sean. You know, me and Sean, we got a history. Pretty cool, you know. But as far as Spence, you know, I want to fight Spence.
Because Sean's a real good guy. It's hard to build up.
I've been friends with Sean since we was young. You know, so right there, you know,
And his father, it's funny, his father once told me and some reporters a story. He just said, let me just say, coming with Bud from the amateurs, he's nothing to play with. And he said, not even in the ring, outside of the ring, he's nothing to play with. So, yeah, that's funny. But so with Spence, it's at the point now where even if he were to lose to Sean, you still want to run it with Spence.
Well, I don't know. If he loses, then, you know, it just take away from a lot. But if he win, you know, they still put that fight at the #1 fight to see. If he lose, depending on how he lose, I still might want that fight just to prove it to the fans that I'm the better fighter.
And to each other, right? After any chance you pull up ringside to be scouting at home?
I'm gonna watch it. I always buy all their fights. You know, I'm a supporter of boxing, and I'm a supporter of both of them at the end of the day. But no, I'm gonna be. That's my birthday. I'm gonna be out the country.
Are you gonna be scouting? Do you scout when you watch a fighter?
I just watch it as a fan. You know, I watch it as a fan and just enjoy it and wish, you know, nothing but health to the fighters, you know, because I know what it takes to get in the ring and risk your life, you know, and I just watch it as a fan and hope that everybody leave the ring safe and healthy.
What's the chances that fight can happen 2020, in your opinion? I mean, you're not the promoter, you're not the, but...
We shall see,
yeah.
You know? We shall see.
And just to close on that, this isn't me saying it, Bud, but I read the internet, I read boxing fans. One question they seem to always want to throw at Bud is, why didn't you sign the other way so the fights would have been easier to make? Sign with PBC.
Who said that the fights would have been easier? You know,
the fans who don't know the business.
You see, Spence and Thurman haven't fought yet.
Right.
Spence and Garcia haven't fought yet.
Spence and Pacquiao.
Spence and Pacquiao haven't fought yet. So who's to say it would have been easier? So that's just people just saying things that just come to their mind, but that don't know nothing about the business side of boxing or boxing in general.
I mean, look, you and Manny were on the same side, and the fight couldn't happen because what I heard is he didn't exactly want the fight.
So,
but because he couldn't deal with the movement and the count, you know. But
yeah, so we ain't even about to talk about that.
And then lastly, Terence, thank you so much for your time. Should Fury win his next fight, who's gonna win that rematch?
I don't know.
Puncher versus boxer.
That's gonna be tough. Fury's skills, Wilder power. That's what it's gonna come down to.
Now you were ringside for that fight, that first one.
Both of them won.
So, all right, thanks, Terence. Thanks so much, man.
All right.